Hello and welcome back. Today I have G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes and Timber. I picked this up from Walmart. It was on sale for about $15. The MSRP says it's about $45, which I'm not sure if that's correct because I'm not sure if this is worth $45. We have Snake Eyes, Timber, his dog or wolf, and then we have a bunch of accessories. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Here's the figure, Snake Eyes and Timber. And we have a box of accessories. Here is Snake Eyes out of his packaging. And he has a lot of accessories already built into him. He's got this sash with 3 grenades. He's got this armband that's also loose, and he's got 2 thigh bands, holster. I guess these are holsters, and his belt is also separate. Typical. Oh my god! I popped his head off. So okay, so here is his 2 joints. The problem is that his upper neck joint is really tight. That's why his head came right off. Okay, so if you want to know, this is what the back of his head looks like. Let's pop his head back on. Okay, yeah, so that's very interesting. The typical G.I. Joe 6-inch G.I. Joe figure articulation. He's got a lot. Actually, he's got a lot of articulation. Many different moving parts here. There's like a big chest shoulder moving part, and then his shoulder also is articulated. You've got an arm bicep twist, and then you have a double jointed elbow, and the hand is on basically it's double jointed, so it's more like so that gives it 360-degree movement. He's got his legs. He can do the split. Thigh rotation, and then a double jointed knee, and you have here foot tilt. It's almost like a ball joint as well. It's not as universal as a ball joint, but it does move in both axes. And here is Timber. He is really well articulated as well. The head, the face, is on a limited ball joint. His neck, unfortunately, does not really move. It's a separate piece, but there's no articulation. You have his back. His torso has a joint where you can actually have a very nice degree of motion. So you can have his torso bend left and right, and then up and down. And then the tail is on a ball joint, so you can really pose him so that like he's jumping, running, whatever you want. His legs are on a limited ball joint, and then the knees are on a single. The knees are on a single joint, and then you have his feet. So yeah, very nicely done. I mean, considering this is a pet accessory. Okay, let's see what's in the goodie box. We have some warranty cards and some items wrapped in paper. So this is we have a lot of stuff here. Okay, here's this is an alternate hand that has throwing star, a machine gun. We have a knife. The knife should go into this holster over here. We have a pistol. this probably goes into this holster over here. Yep, very nice. We have another hand where I'm not sure what he's doing here. He's doing some kind of like maybe a ninja attack with his hand, maybe a chop. Okay, here is a scabbard for his sword. And here is his sword. It is very thin, very long and thin. It's flexible plastic. Let's put the sword in the scabbard. And there it goes. And I think we're supposed to plug, we can plug his sword into his back. And it fits really nicely. It's definitely not going to come loose. That's very nice. Here is his crossbow gun. It's got a scope, so this must be a really accurate. And finally, this is I guess another machine gun. So he's got a lot of guns. It's not a grenade launcher. It's just another machine gun. Here is yet another assault rifle, and this one has a separate magazine. I'm not sure what this would be for because it doesn't really fit very well. I'm afraid it's gonna fall off. I think they could have maybe just molded this the magazine right on because I mean I guess you can maybe pose them on two different hands that maybe he's changing his magazine, but yeah, I'm not sure if this particular separation is needed. So this is really weird. So here we have a barrel, and I thought the barrel would go on this really short snout machine gun, but it doesn't fit. But actually it doesn't go here. This actually goes, this is a silencer for his pistol. So yeah, he can be an assassin. Another accessory we have is this cloak. It's made of flexible plastic. And the final piece of accessory is that we have a different face for timber. Actually, this is really nice. So I previously said that it's disappointing that he didn't have an opening jaw, but actually no, they do give you a open jaw timber. So let's take them off. Actually, that pops up pretty easily, and snap. But unfortunately, it's a little hard to snap in. And I'm not sure if it's in all the way, but it's good enough for this demonstration. And here he is with the angry look. Unfortunately, they do not give you a platform to help him stand. So for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna steal that from Destro so that I can have him firmly standing while I demonstrate all the accessories. Okay, let's try his sword. Let's take the sword out of his, well, let's leave his scabbard back in, and we can pose his hand so that he is pulling out the sword. And his hand is made of flexible plastic as well, so we can fit his actually his yeah, you can see his the sword handle fits into his fist very nicely. So here he is pulling out his sword, and that's probably his sword, yeah. And it's a nice thing it's flexible, because if not, I probably would have broken it already. It's in the wrong direction, but yeah, here is his sword. Let's take his knife in his other hand. That's very nice. Let's take his scabbard off, take his grenade cloak off, or his grenade sash off, and put his cloak on, or his what is it? It's not cloak. It's oh, his head came off again. It doesn't quite sit completely flush. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's draped over his body. sword out, and let's see what he looks like with his guns. This is his pistol with silencer. And what's really nice again is that they have the holes in the trigger, and then they have the index finger molded separately, so you can actually hook in the index finger into the trigger hole, which is actually makes it look really realistic. I like that a lot. Here he is with his silenced pistol, and let's just say, let's put his other smaller machine gun in his other hand. Again, let's hook his index finger into the trigger. It's very nice. Unfortunately, you know, I guess the stock collides with his wrist, so that he can't. With this gun, he can't point it straight. Let's try his bigger guns. Here is his crossbow. And his crossbow fits very nicely. So yeah, you can see, you know, he can actually line up his weapon with his forearm. And then let's take his big machine gun, put it on the other hand. And again, this one is going to be a little hard to do because the stock is going to press against his, it's going to conflict against his forearm. See right here. So, you know, right now it is pointing straight, but, you know, the gun is actually barely sitting in his hand because the stock is pushing the gun forward. But I guess it still works. I still didn't manage to get the finger into the trigger hole. What happens if we put his final weapon in? Okay, since the magazine is on this side, actually I'm gonna put it on this hand. Takes a little bit of finagling, but you know, it does go in there, and yeah. So his finger is in the trigger hole, yeah, this magazine doesn't work. I mean, it's gonna fall off. First of all, it bumps against his forearm, so you can't hold the gun straight. Or if you want to hold the gun straight, the magazine's gonna fall off. So yeah, I think that's a problem. I guess, you know, we can take the magazine off and put it in his other hand, but it's kind of again, and it barely fits. It's a little too wide. It barely fits only with his index finger. It doesn't quite look right. But in any case, here he is with that. Yeah, the only accessories left are his alternate hands. So I guess we just pull his fist out. I've never actually done this before. Yeah, so you pull his fist out. There goes his built-in fist, and then we can plug his alternate hands in. Okay, they plug in quite nicely. And I'm gonna pose him so that he's getting ready to draw. I'm gonna pose him so that he's getting ready to draw his Ninja Star. The Ninja Star, it is a different color. It's slightly metallic, but I think they could have done a better job. It should maybe be a shinier Ninja Star to make it more apparent. Maybe you can fix this with some metallic marker. So here he is with his alternate hands. I'm not sure why his alternate karate chop hand has these things here. These look like fingers, but they're not fingers. They're like, I don't know, claws. He's got some band around. Yeah, all in all, this is I think a great figure. I'm not sure if it's worth $45. $45 is a lot of money. Okay. But definitely a lot of accessories. Timber looks fantastic. yeah, there's a lot you can do with this. I got this for $15 from Walmart when there was a clearance, and it's a super buy. I should have bought two or more. I didn't know it was gonna be so good. But again, I'm not a huge G.I. Joe fan, so that's why I'm just buying these things as the, they could on clearance. But yeah, this is a fantastic figure. All right, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.